everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Smooth Spirit Radios. Sorry, guys. Woo! I don't know what that was about. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Smooth Spirit Radios. Of course, it's your host, Tony. Thank you guys for listening. Keep sharing, keep liking, and subscribe, people. I see y'all watching it, but I don't see nobody subscribing. So subscribe, okay? And please comment. I love comments. I want to see people's perspectives. I need those. So without further ado, let's get it started. Okay, what's the topic about today? And it's mostly just about anything. And Tony, what you mean by anything? Anything. Whatever you feel like you could do, you could do. It's anything out there that you could do. It's just, you just have to put your heart and passion into it. Okay? So honestly, I've been going through a lot of transformations throughout this year. And I've been thinking about how things could be different and what can I do better. And somebody brought it up to me about patterns. I think I already talked about this. But patterns is something that we all need to look at. Whether we want to see it or not, a pattern can be good. But sometimes when I think of patterns, I think of them as a negative thing and not a positive. Why I say that is because if you keep doing something repeatedly and you still get the same results and you're not happy with those results, those are patterns. And the patterns that you do will affect you. It will. It just depends on what can you do to change those patterns? And what can you do to take off that thing that you just keep on doing? And sometimes it's not always bad. That's why I keep saying sometimes it is a good thing. So I was talking to a newfound friend and she was like, hey, go back to what you was doing before and just see what's something that you do that you kept doing and the results was the same. And I was like, wow, that is like a powerful message. So I did. Because as you guys know, your girl is single. If you haven't known, yes, Tony is single. And I was just thinking to myself, like, every woman does. Is it me? What am I doing that is not working for me to be in a genuine relationship? So my best friend, she also said, sometimes you have to look within and see what's going on within yourself. But then my newfound friend, she also said, that's how I knew it was real when she said, look, go back to the past. Don't go deep into the sadness part, but just go back to the past. And think about all the things that you did. And see if it was repetitive. And notice those patterns. Was they good? Was they bad? What is something that you liked about it? What's something that you didn't like about it? What's something that you could cut off? So when you go into a new relationship, you can see what you want to keep and what you don't want to. And that's the way of life. When you think about things, everything is in a pattern. I always feel like everything happens full circle until you learn that lesson, and then new changes will come. And then you will have to go through another lesson. So when you're in a rock and a hard place, you have to sit down and think, what is it that is so hard about this that is not getting me through it? What are the patterns that I'm doing? Or what are the patterns that I'm seeing when I'm in a situation that is not clicking to me before, but it's clicking to me now? And it's like, okay, do I like the patterns? Do I not like the patterns? Do I want to change it a little bit? Sorry about that. Do I want to change it a little bit, or do I want to just keep it the same way and still get the same results? We always have to think about, what do we want to do for the rest of our lives? But do we want to go on the same pattern? Okay? I know for me, I don't. just don't want to be in a pattern anymore. Because I've noticed throughout all my relationships, the very thing every guy say when they found somebody new. Come on, guys, if you hear it, say it with me. It's not you, it's me. Okay. I've heard that saying so many times. I'm convinced it's me. Because it's like, come on, man. What is it? But they would never give me an answer. So I had to go back and think about how I was during these relationships. I've noticed a pattern that I did that I'm starting to not do at all is play mommy mode. I gotta get out that mommy mode. So when I talk to people, like when we're in an argument, I used to talk like, oh, well, do you think that was smart to do that? And you know what? One of my exes, he told me that I used to talk to him like I was his mom. And I was like, no, I wasn't, blah, 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 blah. But Tony, you have to take accountable of what people say. Obviously, he's not going to tell you that for no reason. So that was one pattern that I noticed. And I love to correct people when I feel like I need to correct them. So that was a pattern that I saw too. And I felt like a lot of things that I could change for the better. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to lower myself, but a lot of people, everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody has a toxic trait about them that is just over the roof. Some people can deal with that toxic trait, or some people can change that toxicity and make it to where it's not toxic. How can you do that? I'm going to tell you. So, for example, me, my mommy mode. Instead of going, now, do you think that was smart? Do you think that was this? No, we could say, okay, now let's rewind it back. Honestly, listening to what you said, seriously. Now, I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm trying to be your girlfriend. Do you feel like that was the right thing to say to me? Boom. Now, if you still think that I'm talking like a mom, that's wrong. That's talking to you like a human being. Some people can't take that, but twist it. Take that toxic part about you and stop that pattern so that you can realize that you can change a little bit and still be yourself. A lot of people don't like to think about change. A lot of people hate change. They can't fathom a change. But change is okay. It's okay. And it reminds me of the Bible because in, the Old Testament, it was about like condemn them. The New Testament was save them. Do you see that big change? It was a big change. It's okay to change and still be true to yourself. If you feel like if you change, you're not true to yourself, then you don't know yourself. You didn't know yourself all along. If you know that you can change and stop patterns and actually sit there and think, what could I do to be different? That's good. That means that you're growing. That's changing. That means that you're still yourself, but you're learning how to eliminate all the toxic parts of you so that you won't have to realize that all your friends and all your loved ones are distant from you. Some people take that as, oh, I'm a real one. They can't take me. No, baby. If you don't have no friend but one friend in your life, that one friend, and take it how you want to, something's wrong. There's something wrong with this picture. If everybody keeps leaving away from your life, everybody, and you still have this one friend, and I'm not talking about a good friend, I'm talking about a friend that can put up with your toxic self, put up with all this stuff, put up with everything because they're toxic too, there's something wrong with this picture. And nobody wants to admit that it's toxic everywhere. Toxicity everywhere. Nobody wants to admit it. So people in their mind, when they only have one person beside them and everybody that was their friend, something happened, you have to think about it like, what is wrong with you that everybody that comes near you is not near you no more? What is it? I understand it might not be you, but it's a likely odd that it's not you too. So when people go, oh no, it's just because I'm real and I try to eliminate my surroundings and I don't want nobody around, that is all lies. I don't care what nobody say. Some people are alone, yes, but there's no such thing as a person if they so much as friendly, lovely, and they get along with people and they're a real one. Why do you only have one person beside you? Look at your patterns. What is it that you keep doing that's steering people away from you? You know? But that's the part of life. People have to be willing to change. And some people are not willing to change. They're just willing to keep the patterns that they have, but still be disappointed in the results that they get. Come on, guys. You have to do something different. It might sound hard, but it's very easy. The only way that you can get through things is if you admit your faults and also be willing to change. That's it. That's all there is to it. All right, guys. Well, I love you, and I hope you guys are still listening to my morning rush. I try to keep it short and sweet because, honestly, a lot of people like stuff short and sweet. So, love you guys. Did I say the morning rush? Sorry, guys. I have an Anchor, and I do a lot of morning rush. So, Smooth Spirit Radios. Thank you guys for listening, and I am tuned out. Bye.